What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And this time, honey, I'm back for a recap. Oh, nasty recap, honey, of Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 12, episode 16. All I have to say to y'all is, end it. Like the way Mark said, end it. I was cracking the hell up. Mark did not come to play with y'all on today, honey. I just was laughing all throughout the episode. Like, what is Mark doing? But we gonna get to it, honey. Okay, so let's only talk about the most important things, honey. The episode gets started out with Eva. Cynthia has prepared her a baby shower, okay? They'd invited all the girls, all of Eva's friends and family. They got food, they got cupcakes, they got everything. They got sunflowers everywhere because y'all know that Eva thinks she a sunflower, honey. So the event is held at Eva's best friend's house. So that's where she's having her event. Nene arrives and makes this, I don't know, you guys, was it a joke? But it was a bad joke. Nene got to talking about, well, I know this is not Eva's house, and Eva, she lives in a box, and then she go from one box to the next box. Nene, you my girl, but I didn't find that funny at all. Like, when that girl shared with you the situation with Kevin McCall about her being abused and constantly having to move, and then with you yourself having a history of domestic violence. Like, come on, that's not cool. And you gonna have to answer to that, honey, at that reunion. So I didn't like that, Nene. That wasn't cool. That wasn't, I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't compassionate. And I thought that Eva and Nene made up. I thought that they made up, you guys. Y'all let me know, but that wasn't cool. We see this painting of Eva at the baby shower. She looked really pretty in it. I think on one of the other episodes, she pretty much took the picture and they blew it up and had it at the party. So it was really pretty. So the next thing I noticed at the baby shower is Nene. She ends up mentioning to all the girls, they're all sitting down at a table. And I think it's like Shamia, Cynthia, Portia, Tanya, all of them sitting down. And Nene let all of them know that she reached out to Kenya, because Kim Porter had passed away. Nipsey Hussle had passed. She's kind of feeling like life is too short. Let's bury the hatchet. And Kenya never responds, honey. She paid Nene dust, honey. And Nene is just like, what type of human being, doesn't respond to a text like that? We done lost all these people. Let's bury our situation. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell exactly is Kenya mad about. You mad that you wasn't on season 11 and you think Nene has something to do with it? You got your ass back on the show, so just be happy. Like, girl, I think that is really strategic, you guys, and you all feel free to disagree, but I feel like it's a strategic move that Kenya is playing with this whole thing with her and Nene, are not getting along. Like, girl, yeah, she called you a buffalo, this, that, and the third when you was pregnant. She apologized. Like, let that shit go. Can we, move on from that? What else are you really mad about? Really? So Kenya ends up bringing her ass on into the baby shower, and she pretty much paid Nene dust and, hug Cynthia. She ignored Tanya. She say hi to Eva, and the rest of the girls. So the first baby shower game that the ladies play, I'm just now realizing that Mallory was there. Mallory always got her ass, honey, in the cuts, honey. But anyways, they play this bottle sucking game, and all the ladies, they make fun of the fact that all the ladies should know how to suck really good. Candy said, why y'all looking at me? They always act like I'm the freak of the week. Yes, I'm open with it, but all of them are freaks too. They just act like, they can't be open about stuff. Girl, I know all these girls are freaks. We really know Eva a freak because she can't stop getting pregnant, honey. I'm just saying. I thought that Portia was going to win this, honey, but that old Shamia, Shamia did put a hole in that. I just seen you bite. You cheated, Shamia. But anyways, Shamia is the one, you all, that ended up winning the challenge. But you cheated, girl. I see you. I thought Tanya was doing good over there, too, though. Shit, I know Paul is a happy man. Okay, so next they have another little thing that they do where it wasn't a game, but, you know, they kind of competed with each other to make a toilet paper dress for Eva. So you had Marlo and Tanya, they worked together. Kenya was hating on them the whole time that they went up and showed they dress. Marlo even made the girl a purse. It looked real. I said, that damn Marlo and her damn fashions, honey. Then we had Kenya and Eva's friend Barbie. Kenya acted as if she did such a good job. I mean, it looked cool. It looked cool. She was all white, draped out or whatever. It was cool. It was alright. I ain't gonna say it was all like that. That damn Nene, honey, she was like, she just looked like a big roll of bounty paper towels, honey. I was laughing. But it was alright. I don't know what kind of games y'all playing. Y'all need to play some other games, honey, okay? So next we have Candy, Tanya, and Kenya. Candy pretty much pulled them to the side after the little baby shower was done. Because, you know, I think that Candy realized Kenya caused Tanya a lot of pain with bringing that cookie lady around and all of that. So that was kind of cool, I felt, of Candy to try to get that situation smoothed over. But they end up talking about Mark's event, the Black Man's Lab, and Tanya was just like, well, I'm going to just tell y'all that, you know, Paul is not going to be able to come. He didn't like that, Kenya, you brought that woman around and you was lying on him. And then you got that nasty ass Kenya in her confessional. What are you still mad about? I already apologized to you 2 weeks ago. They showed the clip where she apologized to Tanya. Bitch, you're not sorry, Kenya. You were wrong then and you wrong now. You know, you don't look like you have any regrets about how you went about that situation with the cookie lady and accusing that man of cheating on her. It was just nasty how it was done. And you wonder why you are having all the issues you are having in your marriage. God cannot bless somebody like you that's nasty like that. Nothing good will come to you, sweetie. You gonna have to get yourself together, okay? But Kenya did all of that to Tanya, you all, because she's unhappy in her life. And I think we all collectively can agree upon that. So next we see Kenya putting in all this work, you know, for the Black Man's Lab. You know, she did a pretty good job. I'll give Kenya that. Kenya was on everything. Security, the food, the sponsors, the invitations. Kenya was out handling, you know, all that stuff. So next we got Candy. She's auditioning to be on The Chi. She claims it's one of her favorite TV shows. I think that the character that she's auditioning for is named Dre. Basically supposed to be a no-nonsense character, soft stud, born and raised on the South Side. I feel like that's good for Candy to expand her acting resume. I don't see anything wrong with it. I just question, Candy, why are you doing this now and your baby is almost due? And I know you're not carrying the baby, but you still, as a mother, have to get prepared, you know, for such a big event in your life. So all I'm looking at right now is the timing. It was funny when that damn Don Juan, he go call Candy masculine. I'm like, well, hell, if she masculine, you sure is feminine, Don. That damn Carmen, honey, Carmen. I love trying to say Carmen's name, honey. The way that Mama Joyce say Carmen's name. she came in a place to be and was, smiling, talking to Candy about the role on The Shy and how that would be so cool if Candy, would get the role. Candy begins telling her, girl, I got this baby coming. I don't even feel like I'm ready. I can't believe I'm having another baby. Candy don't have no more kids. You and Eva. Y'all don't need, especially you. You really don't need no more kids. You way too busy. Eva, you just getting pregnant on this show. It's just boring. We want to see more. That's all the fans want from you. We just want to see more. Candy also shared with Carmen, honey, that she feels like Todd, wants to be in control of the household, the businesses, and everything. And he just don't want her to have no input at times. And that's a problem, Todd. I'm not with the whole he's a man and she's a woman and she needs to be submissive to him. I'm not even going to come at it from that angle, you all. I just feel like they both just need to support each other. You got a baby coming. This girl is getting back into the acting game. Y'all going to have to make it work. And that's just what it is. But I am not in agreement with any man, I'm in charge. I'm in control. Because Carmen tried to take that angle and say, the man just want to feel like he in control. And some of y'all men don't need to be in control. Y'all just don't need to be. You just need to have some of the control. Candy definitely needs to have some of the control because Candy is stable. I will give Candy that. Candy is always moving onward and upward. So I don't see her ever, letting some man, whether it's her husband or not, have all this control and power. Their relationship and their family life works, in my opinion, because, it just seems like they operate like a team, like they have balance. So I think that they should keep that going. I don't think one person should be more in control than the other person. It doesn't even make sense. So next we got Cynthia and Kenya. They sitting down having something to drink, having some salsa and chips. Cynthia lets Kenya know that her and Mike had a big fight before he headed on out of town. Cynthia begins talking about, she's scared to go to therapy with Mike and she may have to because of the book. I guess it's starting to come in between the two of them. So we got Kenya. She ends up talking about her relationship with Mark. Bitch, your relationship with Mark is totally different from Cynthia's relationship with Mike, and you need to quit. And to me, she just, I don't know, you all, she just looks stupid, because we're comparing apples and oranges. Cynthia actually looks like she's with somebody. I don't care if that man has cheated or not. To me, he comes off like he really wants to be with her and he really loves her. Your situation, Kenya, it looks very questionable. And you know that, and you ignore the signs. So that says a lot about you all. That says a lot about her. It really does. You see all the signs. And then she's sitting up here, I still don't know what his triggers are. And, we were together for 3 years. He only apologized to me once out of those 3 years. Like, the signs are there. Do they need to come out and say, bitch, you need to file for divorce? Do they need to say that? Because I think that's what's going to happen next. But now you right back with him. Well, I heard, they done fell out again, So I heard he made some apology or something on Instagram and she done took the daily off of her name and shit. I'm just like, y'all need to just call it a day, deuces. Y'all got together way too fast. You didn't really get to know each other. You guys were probably just attracted to each other. And that's cool. But let's just call it what it is. This is not a relationship where you all are really even interconnected with one another. It just, to me, you guys, it just really looks bad. It's funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny, but it's kind of like cringeworthy in a sense. Because it's like, it just feels so awkward. But anyways, we will get there. So, what was interesting to me, you guys, is remember when I told you that Kenya said that Mark had only apologized to her once in 3 years? Cynthia said, well, Mike, he's nothing like that. He apologizes to me. Here go Kenya. Well, I'm not trying to compare the two. Bitch, Cynthia was talking about Mike at first. That's how the conversation started. You the one inserted your husband and all these problems that you got. And at this point, you should really just keep it to yourself because you looking a fool at this point. I didn't like the crap she was telling Cynthia about, well, all these men, they claim to be a good man, but if he's such a good man, then why would he cheat? And if you're a cheater, you're a liar. And she got all these blanket rules for relationships that it comes from somebody that has never sustained any relationship. Now, if she would be saying some of this stuff and she could maintain a relationship for 5 years plus, 10 years plus, then I would give her that. I really would. Okay. I would give her a big old nasty hand clap, honey, for being able to maintain such a relationship for a certain amount of time, honey. But no, ma'am. No, it don't stop there. Kenya cannot sustain a relationship with a man. And I'm not making fun of her, you all, but to me, you cannot give advice because you about to file for divorce in this situation. Then y'all, back together, and now y'all, broke up again? That's what the blogs are saying. I don't know. We'll see what happens at the reunion, but your situation is way too unstable for you to be giving anybody any type of advice. And Cynthia, you a damn fool for sitting up here listening to her. Really quickly, I don't know what the hell happened to the regular music that's supposed to be on this show, you all, but I don't know. I'm not feeling some of these fake rap songs, some of this fake ass music they got in the show now. It just sounds fake. Like, I don't know. Andy, are you getting your friends to do some of this music? I don't know. It just sounds I don't know, you guys. It just don't even sound like it's a real song. Like it's some bullshit that they put together for a few minutes. I don't know. Please stop it. Jesus, fix it. Oh, I forgot to mention on my last week's recap that Candy and Kenya invited all the girls to come out to Greece. So we actually saw Nene packing for that. We saw Greg dragging her damn suitcase, honey. Nene got Greg right back to work, didn't she? So next we see Nene on the phone with Wendy Williams. And she goes over, the fact that her and Wendy have been friends, I think, for over 10 plus years. And, they done got back cool again. Wendy has basically been giving her some guidance on how to deal with the girls in the group. And Nene pretty much lets her know, I didn't apologize to Kenya several times. I've tried to extend the olive branch and, she still keeps treating me like shit. What should I do? Wendy lets Nene know to let Kenya bury herself, and the truth always comes to the light. And, she will end up exposing herself. And I agree. That messy ass Wendy, y'all, she tried to go in on Candy and Todd. Nene was like, no, they expecting a new baby, so they good. She tried to say a little something about Portia and Dennis, and then Nene said, no, they working their stuff out, Wendy. Like, Wendy was trying to find something, honey, to be on that damn Hot Topics. So I'm not really shocked, you guys, of, the story that was out where Nene and Wendy had a conversation and it ended up on Hot Topics. I'm not shocked because that looks like that's who Wendy is. Wendy wanted to, give her fans some type of inside tea to Nene and the Housewives or whatever. A lot of people is disagreeing with that. They sitting up here saying, no, well, Nene wanted her business out there. I don't think so. I think she was venting to a friend. But Nene, you can't vent to Wendy Williams, though. You really, I hope you learn that. I really do. So next we see Portia. She's pretty much talking to Dennis about coming to Kenya and Mark's event. We see Candy and Todd. Looks like they're just going over their schedule for the week. And Candy reminds Todd, we got to go to this charity event tonight. That damn Todd then forgot about it, honey. Okay. Next, we see Mike and Cynthia. They're together. Cynthia's getting her makeup done, her hair and stuff styled. Mike approves. He liked how his lady looked. He seems very supportive of her. And any type of little argument that they had, they didn't got past it. So I can respect them as a couple. Unlike some people, honey. Okay? So next we are at Kenya and Mark's house, honey. And I see my baby. That beautiful baby Brooklyn. How you doing, little Brookie? She's so cute, y'all. That baby is so cute. That baby the type of baby where, it make you say, I just want one more. Just one more, But look, let me get up off of that tip, honey, okay? Anyways, we got Mark and Kenya and their dysfunctional relationship. Baby Brooklyn was paying them dust, honey. Her bottle was all over the place, all over the floor. It's milk getting all on her foot, honey. I don't blame you, honey. It looked like she's trying to pick out ties for him. Hey, you could wear this. This tie coordinates with my dress, trying to do that whole thing with him. And Mark just was not here for it. I don't know. It seemed like he's just so focused on the event. But it's like, Mark, the lady trying to, assist you, trying to make sure y'all coordinate, And Mark just wasn't here for it. But this is the issue, you guys, with their relationship. They have one of those relationships where they are very sarcastic to one another. And that's why it looks so weird to all of us. Like they're overly sarcastic in their relationship. Kenya participates in it. Mark participates in it. And that's why I'm always shocked when she's crying or disappointed, because you have basically, you've basically created this monster because you get in on the being sarcastic as well, making fun of him. Like sometimes you guys, you can have too much of that in your relationship. You can have some of it, but Kenya and Mark is the example of when it just goes too far and you can't just, well, babe, I just want to do something nice for you. Everything is an underlying joke or getting smart or, that's just too much. Poor baby Brooklyn, honey. Y'all arguing in front of her. It's not cute. So, honey, Kenya ends up getting on Mark about how he disagrees with her in front of the group, and it doesn't put on a united front in front of everybody in the group, and it doesn't. But at the same time, it's just like, Kenya, you are so petty. You get to this event and you're just so unnecessarily petty for like no reason. And that is why, you guys, Mark always feels like he has to check her. He has to say something. I see a lot of you all saying, well, he shouldn't do that in front of the group and he should just have her back and have her side. And no, that's not being a good mate. Sometimes you have to check your mate and say, hey, and do it in a respectful way and say, hey, we ain't got time for that. And that is what I've seen Mark do. I'm not just saying that because I don't care for Kenya. I really do see a man that's just like, you be on that petty BS. I ain't got time for that drama. So that is where Mark is coming from. I think some of the stuff that Kenya does is just too petty for his spirit. So it's like he has to call it out. So, honey, we see that Mark, and that Mark looks so clean in his suit. Mark is so fine. Yes, daddy. Oh, yeah, child. Oh, that Mark. Woo. He is a looker, honey. Okay? Anyways, it's so funny. Cynthia and Mike, they at the event. And they're talking to some guy or whatever. Mark walks in like, walks right past them. Cynthia all up in her confessional like, excuse me, you gonna say something to us? She looking all awkward like, damn, he just did a beeline past us, honey. Like, he didn't even know who we was. Mark had went off to talk to some other people that was at the event. So I don't think that Mark's behavior is awkward to him. I think that Mark is somebody that does not enjoy being on camera, and we really saw that throughout this episode. I think that he bit off more than he could chew in his relationship with Kenya, and I don't feel like he's a good match for her. Because he's not with the shits, honey. He's not with it. Then Mark ends up talking to Eva's husband, Mike. Is his name Mike too? Damn, there's too many Mikes on this show. He ends up talking, to him, and he's just like, well, hey, can you speak and kind of tell your journey? And, because y'all know Mike was adopted and, he's a successful attorney. So he's made it out of some tough situations as a black man. So, Mark wanted him to kind of just speak, just casually. He's like, it doesn't have to be anything fancy smashy, just get up there and speak. Eva, she all in her confessional like, well, damn, why couldn't you notify us? And he could have wrote something down. I just wasn't prepared for all of this. And like I said, I don't think that Mark was trying to be funny. I think he just wanted to make the event personable. And if he had people up there kind of telling their story, telling their journey, then they would be better able to connect with the audience. And I think that that's the feel that Mark was going for. I really do. So I should have known that Kenya was there because I hear Mark outside arguing with somebody. And that's what I'm talking about, you all. These two have a volatile relationship. They're always arguing over every little thing. Somebody always getting smart, taking something the wrong way. It's just toxic. It's toxic watching it. It's funny, but it's like, it's just like, why are we doing this? But Kenya wants to be back on this show. She wanted to show y'all her husband. I don't know why at this point, because you would have did a better job, honey, by hiding him. But we did drag you for hiding him for so long. So I see why you kept him hid, honey, okay? Because Mark said, honey, not today, and tomorrow don't look good either, honey. But yeah, he arguing with her about the damn security guard and why is he outside and you ain't answer your phone. And I was like, child, y'all don't get it together. We got Portia and Tanya, they come in. Tanya don't see her name. Portia and Dennis, their name is there. So Tanya didn't bring her man, rightfully so. Why would you bring your man to an event like this? Kenya trying to ruin the man's reputation. So we see Kenya talking to Cynthia and Eva. They tell her how pretty she looks and how happy they are to be at the event. Portia had told Tanya she could just sit with her and Dennis, and then Kenya go see Tanya sitting with Portia and Dennis say, no, you need to sit at the next table over. Kenya, this is what I'm talking about. Why do you have to be so damn petty? And that is why Mark don't be here for your BS. He even tried to keep Kenya at the damn table with him. She was trying to walk around being the hostess with the mostest. He like, but no, just sit down, just relax, babe. It'll work itself out. So the event ends up starting. Some lady gets up there speaking. They have a singer, to kind of start everything out. I think the person sung Amazing Grace. Next, honey, we got Marlo and her nephews. Mike Hill, he's on the mic. And then we see Marlo, she looks so cute. Nephews look so handsome. Marlo said that it's a big deal that she bring, her nephews around. That way they can be around some pretty inspiring black male role models. And it was the perfect event for them. But that damn Kenya is so petty and nasty, you guys. Just awful. Marlo trying to figure out where she can sit, and then that damn Kenya go tell her she got to sit off in the back. She can't sit with the rest of the group. Ridiculous. What are you doing, Kenya? So Mark had got on the mic briefly when Marlo had came in, trying to figure out where she's gonna sit. So he's all on the mic, and he never mentioned Kenya at all as his wife. Thanks for helping me with this event. We all saw that Kenya did a lot, and I'll give Kenya that. She did a lot to help, put the event together, and he paid her dust. Kenya, like I said before, the writings are on the wall. What are you going to do about this? Because right now, it looks like you love this man more than you love yourself. Okay, so you need to walk away, walk on by. This is not what you want. Mark, he fine and all, but honey, he ain't that damn fine where he need to keep embarrassing you, okay? You looking a fool. Cynthia noticed it. I think Cynthia, man, Mike, when he was on the mic, he had kind of mentioned the women, how the women had helped out and Cynthia and all of that. And Cynthia was like, well, that's why I love my man. He always give me my props, honey. Too bad I can't say the same thing for Kenya. I was like, damn. So, of course, Kenya and her feelings hurt that, her man didn't mention her. So we got Marlo and her nephews. Marlo said, to hell with this shindig, honey, I'm gonna leave. Portia and Cynthia, they follow after her. They just like, girl, you need to come back in. You actually got 2 young black boys with you. This is an event for them. They need to get on back inside. And Marlo was like, well, what's the point? We ain't gonna be sitting with everybody. We sitting with people we don't know all in the back. And so Eva and Cynthia pretty much talked Marlo into coming back in. So she ended up coming back in with her nephews. And we have Mike, Eva's husband. He's on the mic and he's talking about, how he was adopted. It was a pretty good story. So that damn Kenya noticed that Marlo had came back in with the nephews and started, bitching and complaining. Who does this bitch think she is? And she could sit in the back. And, she was complaining to Candy. And Marlo is so petty. And she's all in her confessional. She just wants so much attention all the time. And it's just like, Kenya, they are just seats. You could have just let her sit with the group, let her feel comfortable, put y'all issues to the side and just chill. Like, you are the damn problem. And you're not mad with Marlo, you mad with your husband. You got some displaced anger, sweetie. You mad with that man. Keep that anger with him. And this is what happens, you all, when you are in a relationship because you are just somebody's wife. Oh, and you got a baby with him. What did she say? She said some shit about Tanya on this episode, I believe. Well, I'm actually somebody's wife. And, Kenya loves this situation with Mark because she has a title. But honey, right now, your title, it don't mean much. It don't mean nothing to that man. So we got Marlo and Mark. She ends up pulling him to the side saying, well, I didn't understand, why Kenya had me sitting in the back. And she was like, I don't want to be on no drama. Me and Kenya don't get along. And Mark was like, I don't want no drama either. And Mark ended up telling Marlo, you do have a table, because she asked, did she even have a table? And he was like, yeah, you supposed to be sitting with Nene. Now, during that time, Kenya is talking to Eva and Cynthia, and she's just like, Marlo is so classless, and she came in here making everything about her. And it's like, girl, you need to shut up. Nene and Greg, they done made it in. Nene said, hell, she was in a meeting and had to patch that up and get on a flight to get to the event. So she did all she could to get to the event, and that was cool. I think she said she even changed in a garage. Next, we see Nene. She says in her confessional, I have never seen Kenya and Mark really act like a couple, really act lovey-dovey. This is all looking very reminiscent of the Kenya and Walter situation. And you guys, I just see this ending badly. Kenya, you need to get ahead of this, sis. Especially after this episode, honey. Okay? Mark had mentioned somebody had pulled him away. He was like, thank God you saved me from the drama. And then somebody had asked him, well, how does it feel? You married, got a new baby. Oh, well, I think he mentioned something like, I hate being married. I hate it. I hate all of it. And it's just like, damn, just pay that girl dust like that. Ooh, child. We see Kenya, she mentions in her confessional how all the couples are happy and enjoying each other, and she wishes, that was her. But Kenya, in order for you to live like that, sweetie, you have to live in your truth and stop searching for some type of external love, and stop searching for, I don't know. When I look at Kenya, you all, I get superficial. Like, I just want to be a wife for the sake of being a wife because it's a title. And, I think she really loves her baby, but the whole wife thing is questionable, So we hear Mark, honey, at the end of the episode saying, well, they can't film forever and you guys got about 5 minutes to wrap up. I don't give a fuck. I'm never coming on camera again. And after that, we hear that Kenya and Mark have both filed for divorce. So we'll see how all that plays out next week, y'all. But wow, this was pretty cringeworthy, you guys. It was crazy. It's like this negative, toxic energy. Ooh. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know how you felt about the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.